Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Rossi from Foundation Expo 88 YouTube. And before I forget this time, I'll actually give a plug to make sure to have a look through the now almost 80 odd YouTubes that we have done. There are some really fascinating insights in what went on with Expo behind the scenes, the interviews with Graham Campbell-Ryder, and I'll use that as a suitable time because David Hinchcliffe has penned just a summary so we can conclude those interviews that we did with Graham Campbell-Ryder. So if you just want to read out David's little homily there.
I've known Graham Campbell-Ryder for more than a quarter of a century, first meeting just before Expo 88 opened. In many ways, Graham was Mr. Retail in Brisbane. He has a long history with major retail developments and, of course, for many years was the undisputed leader of the retail sector in Brisbane City Centre as CEO of City Heart. Graham and his wife Margaret have always had their finger on the pulse of Brisbane. While I initially thought it was odd that Graham should end up owning a gallery, I realise now, as one of their admiring stable of artists, that it was a logical extension of Margaret's passions for the arts and Graham's canny commercial know-how. They are a formidable couple and their network of friends and contacts is legendary.
Thank you very much for that, Norm. And I also have known Graham now for quite a few decades, and he is really one of Brisbane's characters. Just a truly remarkable person, and you know, the Queen Street Mall would not have reached its pinnacle of success without Graham's just flair and ability to pull together just unique events, and it's just gone from strength to strength. And his legacy still lives on in there today. And while we're talking about the YouTubes, there's a gentleman called Bill Cotter, and he runs what's known as the World's Fair Community, which is a webpage based out of New York, I hope. And about Bill, what he says here, I'll just read this. I'm an avid World's Fair fan. As well as a Disney enthusiast, I wrote The Wonderful World of Disney Television, a book for Disney, and have written 5 books so far on World's Fair. I've run the World's Fair Photos.com website and am trying to create a tour section of the many fairs using pictures and YouTubes from my collections. There's more information about some of my past and current projects at billcotter.com. I hope people enjoy this site as much as I do. Now, the reason I read that out is that the YouTubes that we've done, which are sitting on the Foundation Expo 88 YouTube channel, have been replicated and then posted into the World's Trade Fair community. And our viewing rate is around 50 to 70 odd a day. Depends, something new exciting comes along, it jumps up, and it gets a bit boring, it goes down. However, I've also copied them onto the World's Trade Fair site, and they are actually getting between 150 to 200 viewings a day, which is interesting, because when I do a lot of the searches, their address comes up, not our Foundation Expo 88 site, and I just thought that's an interesting take on the way the world of internet works. Now, just in concluding this YouTube, I just wanted to go back and again thank the Smiths, because these signs, and this photo might be a bit hard to see, which are sitting up in Burpengary, are just crying out for a bit of relocation, and I'm quite sure that they could become a feature for the G20. And so we'll just keep plugging away to see just what does happen, because it is a crying shame to see them just sit in effectively what is a cow paddock up in Burpengary, and it's not any fault of the institution because its business mission has moved on, and they used to feature in weddings that they held on the site, which is no longer the case. Norm, did you want to say something about the signs?
No, well, I thought it was interesting to find that the signs were actually built at Belinda,
yes,
just down the road here, and it was a company that's been in Belinda, or on Belinda, for quite a long while now. So. And
I was surprised when I went down there just to see what a huge organisation that it actually is. It is very impressive. Now, just talking about Bulimba, it just gives a little bit more of a background, because I think that you actually have been receiving quite strong support from our local councillor.
Yes, Shane's been right behind what we do, because Bulimba is one of the oldest suburbs in Brisbane.
Shane Sutton, you better give her a full name, because...
Shane Sutton, the local councillor, and she's offered us help with, we're only setting up our group at the moment. She's offered us help getting grants, etc., to put forward all of the information we have. And like I said, Bulimba goes back to the 1849, I think it would be, 1847 in some cases, where it was a farming place, and obviously it was actually the gateway to the city from the eastern suburbs in those days because of the ferry. And very interesting articles coming out about ferries.
Yes, and it's a shame that actually Brisbane lost the Sir James Holt ferry, but it's now scrap metal somewhere. Yes. I'm not quite sure exactly where it ended up. And with that, I'll say good morning again, as I wait for Nathan to rush across the room to turn off the video camera. Good morning and thank you.